Hi there. Today's video is on the topic of, and surprisingly, I seem to be the only person online who keeps talking about it in the groups and among my peers. And it's such an important topic of crafting, research, be it writer or illustrator. Illustrators, if you're a newbie and you want to be an illustrator, don't be lazy on research. You want to research the topic that the author wrote about. You also, if it's about something to deal with them or family members, which is very common, you also want to research that, or AE, what I call interviewing them, which I do anyways, my authors, because I want to know the inspiration. I know what they want to convey. I want to know who they want to reach. So you definitely want to research in that sense. You want to have a sit-down, creative talk with questions to ask your author if you're an illustrator. And so that's one thing right there. Now, the other thing, so I just want to check my notes so I stay on track. So you definitely want to do that. And then inevitably, usually it's about a topic. Maybe it's because it's about their love of skiing. Sorry, I was thinking something. Skiing. So the book revolves around skiing. Well, you're going to research skiing, right? Or if the book takes place in a tropical jungle with animals, you're going to want to research, make sure you're correctly naming animals that belong in a jungle, and for inspiration too on plot and things. And so it's for several things. Obviously, it's to be correct, so you're not writing or illustrating things that are not in fact true. But that's the bare minimum reason to do it. But the real reason is it so can enhance and will enhance your writing and illustration. With writing, if you're looking up names, if you're having trouble finding a name for your character, researching online, there's name generators, although to me, a name generator, that should only be used as the absolute. You've gone through all the variations and researched online, and you still just have too many to sort, and you're still hitting a brick wall. Then sure, what the heck, roll the dice, throw in some of the words you've researched and see if, because all they'll do is mesh them together and create, using one or two or three words, they'll create something for you. But for names of people or titles especially, you really just want to do it yourself, and research is huge on that. Huge. That's where the golden ideas comes from 90% of the time, in naming a character or naming a book. So many times it's the research that does it. So do not, again I repeat, do not chintz on the research. It's only in your best interest. Same thing visually with illustrators, obviously. If you're doing, if say somebody hires you to do an adventure about a cat that goes to France, well, you're going to want to research real photos of France, real places, cafes and cobblestone. You want to get as much visuals so that when you decide to, however you decide to stage your illustrations, it really looks, authentic, and you might even find really amazing locations you couldn't have imagined, which just makes your book look so much better. Because, I could go on all day, but I'm going to cut this short because we're at 4 minutes. Just trust me. If you're an author, an illustrator, research. Never skimp on the research.